Hey YouTube, it has been a while since I put up any videos. I've been pretty much making jewelry. Lots been going on in my world, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to just do these little videos. I haven't really been working on a whole lot of costuming. But at any rate, I actually finally let it out of the bag that I even have a YouTube channel that I've been posting on. So I figured I'll just do a little rundown on some of the jewelry that I have been making. Right now I'm making some backs for the skull pendants. Here's one of the skull pendants that I've already made. And this one is in fact glow in the dark and black light reactive. A lot of them I do use the glow pigments in. I got an Etsy shop set up. I could probably put the links in the comments. But yeah, that's what I have been working on here lately. Trying to get the Etsy shop and things open. So basically this is how I make the pendants. I get a pendant tray, get them washed up, and then I start painting. You can use different kind of pigments. There's pigments specifically for metal that will stay on better. You can actually go on Etsy and get the glow pigments. They have unique glow pigments is what they're called, and they're fairly inexpensive, and you just mix them in with a resin or any kind of clear. So this is the one I'm working on right now. I just have some pigment in this cap right here. Taking this, and I'm going to go ahead and point you down at the work area. Basically, I do this also, these spirals, when it's still wet, so you get a little of a feathered line because I think it looks neat. This also will be a glow pigment, which for glow pigments, all glow pigments will have different instruction on them, but basically it says it works best in clear, so usually I just use white paint and mix in the pigment, or I'll mix it directly into the resin itself. I freehand pretty much all of the designs that I do. That's why when you purchase one, you are getting a one-of-a-kind, because I kind of do some of them similar, but again, I don't mass produce, so they're all not going to be identical even if they're a similar design. I think I'm going to do some non-skull hand designs as well. I've been kind of concentrating on skulls and skull hands because I'm a little bit on the obsessed side ever since Nicole gave some to me to experiment with. I've been obsessed with glow pigments and glow things since I can remember. And again, like I just showed you, they are UV reactive as well, which is nice because, you know, some glow pigments aren't, and if they're not UV reactive, then you don't get to see them unless you're like totally in the dark, which, I mean, how often does that happen when you're out and about? I mean, I guess you could pull somebody in the closet and be like, hey, check this out, which wouldn't be creepy at all. Here is a black with a glow spiral. So once it is set, this spiral is going to be UV reactive. And also glow in the dark on top of. And then the one I just did, the whole entire backing of it is going to be UV. And again, there's the skull hand, which is UV. I'm hoping to get some pictures of the UV light up on the Etsy shop, because I couldn't really get any glow pictures. It's almost impossible. Here's another one. UV reactive. So once I get the design actually drawn, I go ahead and let that sit and dry. After it's dry, basically I use a 2-part epoxy. I mix the epoxy up in one of these little guys, stir it, let it sit for 5 minutes to help get the bubbles out. Then I've been taking these little skull hands. They come with the ability to be used as necklaces. So they have a little loop on them. Change the camera angle for you. The video cut out, so I'm just gonna splice these together. So sorry if there's a little lip or a little bump, but so basically what I've been doing is taking clippers, popping off the top, then taking my Dremel, and sanding that sucker down so it looks nice. Then I will take and put this guy on top and pour in the resin and let it sit and let it dry. I've got a couple I'm really excited about right now drying. I don't trust glue, so I do everything I can to make sure that I don't have to use glue. So I made some Nature Series ones that I'll be posting pictures on Etsy later that were actually just glued to a backing, and I didn't trust it, so I went ahead and took some of the epoxy and epoxied back, so they're just drying right now. Here's another one of the like Nature Series that I'm going to be doing, this is basically just dried flowers that I put in here and then set with epoxy. Just one of my leaves. I did some feathers. And some of the feathers are actually made to where you can touch and fidget with them, because I fidget with my own jewelry, so I like having a little something tactile that I can touch, play with. Also, I've been working with Sullivan Creations, which is an amazing woman who makes jewelry. Like working in her booth, and she's been letting me put some of her jewelry up in there, so go check her out on Etsy, Sullivan Creations. You can always message her. She's always happy to do custom orders. She loves doing custom orders. I got a little Tree of Life pendant. Again, I think this is the charm that I painted and set. Anyway, just a little preview of some of the stuff I've been up to. Basically resin setting and crushing flowers and letting them dry and getting some Etsy stuff up. But yeah, at any rate, that's how I've been making my jewelry, is I've been hand painting the backs and resin setting them. So yeah. Anyway, I hope everybody had a happy cosplay, happy life. And I will check back in with some more videos on some of the series that I'm going to be doing in the necklaces. Bye.